Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Kathy Rain. And we left off with hacking and stuff, so now we're gonna... I gotta put something in the scanner. That picture. Gotta put that guy in the scanner and figure out what the hell is on it.
What the hell is that? Ball lightning?
Ghosts.
I'll print the whole picture for now, but there's probably more to find.
Ghosts! Probably more to find, you say, eh? Analyze image, I guess. Pattern analysis failed. Please narrow down your search area. Okay.
That shape has to be significant somehow.
Triangle? What about that flower? No pattern found. Okay.
Unusual flower over there, though. Never seen anything like it. Maybe worth printing?
Sure. Print that out. This is cool and weird.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all there is to find in this picture.
Are you certain? What is that? That's old stuff. Okay. What about that? No pattern found. Nothing. Okay. Do I print that one?
I don't want to print that part of...
Okay. Well, let's get out of here. Oh shoot, I totally forgot to start my timer. Sorry guys, 1 second. Okay, cool. Let's see. So where did those, did I just not take them out of this? No, I want the phone. Printer.
I'll just get rid of the original picture now, since I have the restored version anyway.
Okay.
Strange. Now that I look at them, the lights remind me of something I picked up yesterday.
What? What did we pick up yesterday?
A printed picture of the strange smoky lights. It appears to have been taken somewhere in Conwell Woods. Now that I look at them, they remind me of some...
Like what though?
It's a bright red flower.
Alright, Eileen.
Hey, E, got a sec?
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
What do you think of this cocky person?
Well, the nickname makes me think of,
You know, boy parts.
you know, boy parts.
Yeah, me too.
And you call yourself a Christian. So, what's your take on this Charles Wade?
I'm not sure. He sounded like a super nice guy on that tape, but media says that he's a ruthless businessman.
The tape is over 2 decades old. Maybe he's changed.
Either that or he is very different in his private life. Hard to know without actually seeing him.
True.
What do you think of Lily Meyer's art?
I actually looked her up this morning, and I couldn't find any records of her being recognized as an artist.
Yeah, I doubt there was ever a chance for that to happen. Wade bought everything shortly after she died. I only got a chance to see this one picture. Wasn't all that bad, but nothing breathtaking.
Well, maybe there's more to her art than meets the eye. Something Wade knew, and we're missing.
Yeah, maybe. I wonder what was so special about Lily Myers. Well, besides her being a talented artist who drowned herself in a lake.
I bet there's some secret about her art. Let's hope Charles Wade has some answers.
Let's hope we can get
Any
in with Charles
ideas
Wade.
about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
Beats me. Maybe he found what he was looking for. Or it found him.
Did you just quote a tagline from one of those cheesy horror novels?
Maybe.
What do you think of this flower?
about this flower?
It's beautiful. What kind of flower is it?
Don't know.
No idea. That's what I'm trying to find out.
I got a botany book around here somewhere. I could look it up later.
Sure, that would be great-y, thanks.
Anytime.
Righty.
Hey, E, check this out.
Wow, they're hypnotic. Looks like a will-o'-the-wisp. You know, the spirit of the forest.
Now, that's just silly, Eileen. There has to be a more reasonable explanation
No, I'm
for
pretty
them.
sure there's something supernatural
Hey,
going on here.
there's nothing silly about forest spirits. You should talk to Meadow, my Wiccan friend. She's really opened my eyes about these sort of things.
Isn't that the same Meadow who had an intimate relationship with the tree outside her dorm?
Oh, come on. That was just a phase.
Trust me, I've been through every phase in the book. That definitely isn't one of them.
Well,
I don't need to show her. Dave really came through for me. The software on this thing is amazing.
Yeah, he's a real whiz.
okay.
I found this old picture of Grandpa at my grandparents' place.
That's nice. He looks really happy there.
Yep, I wonder what made him leave the Air Force.
Something
He
spooky.
was in a war, you know? That kind of thing tends to scar people for life.
I suppose.
Have a look at this
Church
brochure.
brochure.
Yeah, what about it?
Notice anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah, the logo looks a bit unusual with the 3 orb thingies.
Oh!
Normally, the Holy Trinity is symbolized by 3 overlapping circles or a triangle-shaped knot. This is different from that.
Huh. Interesting.
Yo, that. Oh my god, that's what it is. I had no idea.
I already showed her that.
Yeah, I know you did. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Let's get out of here.
I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
Well, I wonder if maybe I can somehow. Let's think
I
about
have
it.
no idea why this isn't at the bottom of. Maybe because it looks like it could serve as a half-tease. Not that I need yet another reason for the Lord. It's the brochure that priest gave me at the funeral. The logo stands out, but other than that, it's just the usual church mumbo. There's also an address at the bottom. You know, if I ever. Good old Satan. Better get his snowmobile ready for that day. That logo at the top looks familiar. Haven't.
Yes, you have. Is there a way for me to combine it with that?
Wow, the church logo looks pretty similar to the smoky lights. I might have to visit them after all.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Let's go.
Things are shaping up. I'm starting to get some good leads on the picture of the 3 lights.
Cool. Is there anything I can help with?
Just look up the flower.
Well, my side of the room is starting to get a bit messy. There's always that.
I meant with the investigation, silly.
Look at the flower. That's
I guess
it.
you could try to find out more about these lights. Maybe figure out where that picture was taken.
Oh yeah, that could help too.
I know exactly where to start.
Good. I'm gonna get some food now before I pass out.
Okie dokie. I'll grab my books and get cracking.
All right, see you in a bit.
I must be fairly close to where everything happened.
Hey,
Hey!
so, any progress with the search?
Yeah, I was able to identify that flower. It's called the red scythe, or Rosea falcus. I discovered that there was a small nature reserve near Conwell Springs, which was established in '89. The red scythe is on their list of endangered plants.
Oh,
I made a photocopy of the botany book page in case you want it later.
that is helpful.
That's
Thank you.
something. I should go check it out. Maybe I can narrow down the place where that picture was taken. And, good work, Eileen.
Happy to help. So what?
Oh, hang on. I'll go get that.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Hey girl, you calling me back?
Hello?
This is Erica Wade calling for Kathy Rain.
Hello.
Speaking.
Miss Rain, this is terribly awkward. I realize now how rude I was before. I wanted to apologize and ask if there is anything I can do.
Apology accepted. You can start by answering a few questions.
Very well.
Her art.
What do you know about Lily Meyer's art?
Oh, that little girl had a twisted mind, let me tell you that. Oh, my father used to have a few pieces of hers in his collection. Horrible things. I couldn't understand why he ever decided to procure them in the first place.
You say used to have. Did he get rid of the paintings?
Oh, either that or he put them in storage somewhere. I haven't seen them for years. I never bothered to ask him why. Glad to be rid of them, quite frankly.
Gotta be honest, I like the voice acting a lot more now.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky? It may be an Air Force call sign.
I can't say that I do. Father had many friends in the Air Force, but no one I can recall by that name.
What do you know about Lily Myers?
She was a young artist who lived somewhere in Conwell Springs. Killed herself, if I recall correctly. Dreadful thing. But other than that, not much. We never knew the family.
Interesting. Let's talk about your dad.
What can you tell me about Mr. Wade?
My father is a great man. He has so many ideas, so much left to realize, which makes it hurt so much more to see him like this.
Like what?
See him like what?
The illness and everything, of course.
What?
Right. Yeah, it must be hard.
Huh.
Oh, yes, indeed. I wish he wouldn't be so stubborn with his treatment. He could go to any state-of-the-art hospital, but insists on being treated in that backwater clinic in Conwell Springs.
Okay.
The community clinic in the middle of town?
Yes. It's like he's given up and is just waiting for the inevitable to happen.
Okay. What about that?
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather that night in '81?
Not really, no. But what I do know is how it destroyed Father.
It did?
Oh, yes. The two of them were great friends once. And when Joseph was hurt, they hadn't been talking for some time.
Uh-oh.
Father always hoped they would be able to reconnect one day. He kept putting it off, believing they had time. But in the end, it never happened.
So, what were things like back when they were still good friends?
Oh, they were like peas in a pod. Always sharing their war stories and laughing together. In a way, Joseph became the uncle I never had. He was around a lot when Father went out on business trips. Later on, I even met you a few times, when you were just a baby.
Oh.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, no matter, you were so little then.
Erica, I have to ask, why were you so defensive on the phone earlier when I tried to reach out?
Oh, I don't know, Kathy. Our families haven't been in touch for a long time. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but we all started drifting apart. My guess is that it had to do with Father's growing wealth. Friendship needs common ground, and we started living in different worlds. What happened to your grandfather was the final nail in the coffin. Father just couldn't bear seeing him like that, neither alive nor dead.
How about that?
Do you know anything about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
It's the one and only church in Conwell Springs. I was baptized there, and I married my husband there.
Anything out of the ordinary about them?
Oh, not really. They seem like a typical church to me.
Well, that's everything.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Very well. Feel free to call back if you have any more questions.
Thank you.
All right, Wade is in Conwell Springs. He's being treated in the clinic.
All right.
That was Erica Wade. Her father is being treated at the clinic in Conwell Springs.
Being treated? He's sick?
Looks that way. Small miracle they managed to keep it out of the press.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I suppose you're returning to talk to him?
It'll have to be tomorrow. It's quite late for that now.
I suppose. Scrabble?
Oh, you're so on. I will crush you.
Whoa. What the fuck?
Turning your pawn into a queen, is that the plan, buddy boy? You know me, I'm always playing the long game, old friend. That may be, but you're running out of pieces. First you lost your queen, then your knight. All that matters is the king. Illusional as always. The king is dead. Long live the king, check.
What the fuck?
Good morning, sunshine.
Please tell me I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
3 times in a row.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan. I'll head for the clinic right away. While
How
I'm
am
at
I
it, I'm gonna
still
check
even
out the church
here?
and the nature reserve.
Okie dokie. What can I do to help?
Why don't you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Conwell Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Thanks, E.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out the page I gave you about the red scythe. It's a pretty interesting flower.
Right. Yeah.
Cause like this is a dorm room, right? So I'm going to school and yet she's going all her classes and I haven't touched mine at all.
All right, I'm
So
off.
how am I
Peace
still
out,
there?
Okie dokie.
I mean-
good luck and see you later.
I've never had a dorm room, but I guess you pay for it by semester, not by month. But like, if you're not going to your classes, would you get kicked out of your school? Maybe? Clinic, church, nature reserve. Let's go to the clinic first, why not? Hey, is it that bum? Oh, it is. What up, yo? You got out of jail. How's it going?
We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch. By the way, you owe me $10.
Yeah, I do.
Nah, you agreed to 7.
Oh, that's right.
You're busting my balls here.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
What do they call you anyway?
Goober. Everyone calls me Goober.
All right, I'm Kathy.
Goober.
Pleasure to meet you.
Or Gober. What's your
So,
history?
What's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
For your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That I actually believe.
Come on, man. Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Frankie Gold.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies. Silence of the Lambert, Jacob's Bladder,
Oh my god.
The Usual Surprises, Natural Born Killers.
Not ringing any bells.
Kids these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
So, tell me about this acting career of yours.
What about it?
Silence of the Lambert.
Tell me about the Silence of Lambert.
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication at all.
Huh.
He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clean.
Ha!
In the end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez. Based on a true story.
Cool. Jacob's bladder.
I'm not sure I want to know what Jacob's bladder is about, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a schizophrenic man who forms an imaginary romantic relationship with his bladder.
Ew!
During long and joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny.
Huh.
Sadly, before Jacob has a chance to elope with his sweetheart, he gets committed to an asylum due to increasingly erratic behavior. After a big fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week, and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
Jeez. That does not sound like a good
Give
movie.
me the rundown on The Usual Surprises.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of 34-year-old Sid McBacon. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure. I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
Okay.
Give me the rundown on The Usual Surprises.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of 34-year-old Sid McBacon.
Wait,
The
I already
story
did
is
this
the
one.
movie ends.
Sorry.
I guess it's more.
Natural Bald Killers?
It's a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair. The protagonist, Eddie Zeffin, turns bald in high school. One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair.
Gross.
Eddie makes his way to Mexico for an illegal hair transplant. However, he has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating table.
These all sound like
Oh,
super
never mind.
dumb.
Not the cultured type. I understand.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Sounds serious. Ask away.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in 81?
I most certainly do.
Ah,
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Oh, just spit it out.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Abducted by aliens.
I should have known better.
I was expecting
Oh,
that.
I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons. My wife had just left me, taking the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war.
Jeez.
But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Open your mind, man.
Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Jeez, man.
Really? What can you tell me about her?
Ah, geez, not a lot. I mean, teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out. Not to mention how that entire family ain't, like, people-friendly.
Yeah, I got that.
Now that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
She could sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky?
Why, I used to call myself that back in Nam. Oh, how I miss that marvelous youthful ego of mine.
Huh.
Why do I even bother?
Charles Wade.
Do you know who Charles Wade is?
Sure, he's been holed up in this clinic for the last couple of weeks.
You saw Charles Wade go in there?
Well, yeah, I just told you, man.
How did he look?
Okay, I guess. Still walking, at least.
What do you know about Lily Myers' art?
Nothing but hearsay. People say it was pretty deranged.
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I'd say they're good people. Isaac the priest is, anyway. His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though, he and the people he had around him were into some weird shit.
What kind of weird shit?
I don't know, they were like a cult or something, with Billy Praise himself at the top. Really shifty bunch of folks. Isaac turned it all around when his dad kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
That's good.
Interesting. Do you know anyone else who was involved in the old church?
Not really. I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible. Ask Isaac about it. He's a friendly guy.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. I might do that.
Nah, I will do that.
Do you know what this is?
Chinese fireworks, of course. I grew up in Shanghai. I know what I'm talking about.
What?
They used to call me Dong Pai, meaning round-eyed baldy. Those were some rough years. I miss the food, not to mention the women. Got 2 kids down there now, Maylin and Little Pink.
Huh.
Time to hit the off switch now, buddy.
I don't have the flower picture anymore.
Do you know anything about this flower?
It's red?
Enlightening.
I didn't mean to look, but I just noticed she's got a really great pixel butt.
Do you recognize these men?
That's your granddad, right?
Yeah. What about the other 2?
No idea. I think my face blindness is acting up again.
Okay.
What about this
Do you
key?
know what this key opens?
Your heart, mademoiselle?
Ew.
Oh, brother.
No, I think I'm done with you.
Okay, that's enough serious questions for now.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye.
No thanks. Women's magazines. Rows and columns of files. I can't read it from here.
What about the calendar?
Calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year.
I do. That's the year I was born.
I can't read it from here.
Let's talk to you.
Excuse me, nurse?
Hello. Sorry.
Yeah?
They don't pay you much, huh?
No shit. What do you want?
I'm here to see Charles Wade.
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Bullshit. I know he's here. Listen, it's okay. I'm a friend of the family.
No, you're not, and I said he's not here. Don't make me call security.
What a bitch. I need to get rid of her somehow. Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
Let's try to smoke something then, huh?
I prefer to smoke outdoors.
But maybe she hates smoking. Oh! Nope.
No point. I wouldn't even know what room to go to.
Oh, fine.
I can't read it from here.
Well then walk up there. Got chairs, exit plant. Maybe if I set the plant on fire.
I can't read it from here.
God, fine. Okay, plant.
Was expecting plastic, but this looks like a calendar.
Computer?
Pretty sure a computer. They like
Indeed they do.
uncomfortable, hard plastic chairs. No thanks. I don't want to show her that.
What about that?
I don't want to show.
What about that?
I don't see how those things.
Well, maybe she wants to smoke because she's stressed as fuck. What about that?
I don't want to show her.
What about that?
I don't want to show.
What about that?
I don't want to.
Motherfucker. What if we stun her?
I wish, but she.
Ah, fine.
A girl can never be too safe.
True.
What really happened? I'm sure the church is hiding.
Okay, well, let's go somewhere else for now then, because I can't get through to her for now. Is there anything else over this way? Nah? Alright. Let's go to the church. Hello, Faja.
Hello, Father.
Greetings, my child. I'm glad you decided to come here.
Yeah, but just so you know, I'm not here to join your church or anything.
Oh, I would never assume that.
Good. So, with that out of the way, I have some questions.
Anything you need. I'm Isaac Price.
Kathy.
Oh, you
Kathy
have
Rain,
the
but
mausoleum.
I'm guessing you figured that out already.
I did. Rumors spread quickly around here. So how can I be of service?
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in '81?
It was the work of the devil, I'll say that much. Joseph was a kind man. He did not deserve such a fate.
That looks better.
You heard my speech at the funeral, Kathy. I meant every word. He was a great man who did much good for this community.
Did you know him personally?
In a way, he and my father did charity work together. Joseph was around a lot when I was young. They collaborated on a few different projects for the homeless and for the troubled youth, among other things.
So my grandfather was a member of the church?
I wouldn't say that, no. He was a friend of the church, but he wasn't a religious man. He believed only in philanthropy. That being said, Joseph was the person who convinced me to become a priest.
Really?
Oh yes, I was a teenager back then, full of rebellion, every fiber of my being wanting to distance myself from my father. Joseph made me realize my sinful pride, and showed me how I should follow my heart, regardless of what others might think. And for that, I'm eternally grateful.
That's pretty cool.
Does the name Lily Myers mean anything to you?
It does. I was a substitute teacher in her high school for some time before I was ordained.
Really? Did you know her personally?
We weren't close. I only knew her as much as a teacher would know any student.
All right, so how did she seem toward the end?
For one, she started skipping school a lot, and when she did show up, she was absent-minded and moody. She always looked depressed and hunched down like she had a whole world on her shoulders.
Yeah, that's what that
Any
looks
idea
like.
of what caused this change?
Not a clue. All I know is that when she returned from that last summer break, she was a whole different person.
Summer break. Something
Do you
happened
know
over
anyone
summer.
who goes by the nickname Cocky?
I have no idea. Sorry.
What's your opinion on Charles Wade?
No opinion. He used to be a prominent figure around here, but he doesn't appear much in town these days.
Actually, he's in the community clinic right now, getting medical treatment.
Oh, I wonder if it's serious. Perhaps I should go talk to him.
Bring me with you.
Even men like Charles Wade need a priest when they're nearing the end of the line.
Do you know anything about Lily Myers' art?
I saw a few pieces. Gorgeous work. Vibrant, surreal landscapes.
When was this?
Must have been mid-70s. The high school had open days with an art exhibition.
It's 70.
So, this was some time before she changed, right? You didn't see any of her later work?
No. By then she started skipping this class completely from what I heard.
Maybe she was afraid of what she might draw. I hear it was pretty twisted.
Could be, but alas, I suppose we'll never know what was truly haunting her.
I'm doing my best to find out. I don't believe the story to be as clear-cut as everyone makes it out to be.
An unusual theory. How so?
People have taken a particular interest in her art. I think there's more to it.
I wouldn't read too much into it, my child. It happens to all dead
What is
artists
with that
with any
creepy sound
talent
in the back?
to speak of.
Care to tell me the history of the church?
I'd be happy to. The story is a fascinating one. This church was founded by my father, William T. Price, in the 70s. Back then, he made his living as a traveling salesman and was driving through this area as he'd done so many times before. However, this day was different. My father held dark thoughts in his mind. He was angry, thinking of evil deeds, even considering swerving off the road into a rock and ending it all. Then suddenly, divine intervention. 3 bright lights appeared. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, the sign of God. This epiphany was the moment my father had been waiting for. He sold all of his belongings and took me and my brother to live with him here in Conwell Springs. Soon thereafter, he built this church and started gathering followers. They began to refer to him as Father Bill.
I take it that window up there resembles what he saw when he had this epiphany?
Indeed. The stained glass window depicts the Holy Trinity as witnessed by my father.
Do you know exactly when or where this event took place?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious. It's a captivating story.
Well, it was in the spring of 1971, but my father never told anyone where.
Okay, so what happened then?
People flocked to Father Bill. He started teaching, writing scripture. The church flourished and continued to grow all the way up until his sudden death in 1983. That's when I stepped in to take leadership of the church.
83.
I take it that the church
only
started
for 12
declining
years?
after the death of Father Bill?
Yes, naturally so. With such a magnetic personality, he was irreplaceable. But I assure you the church is still very much thriving.
I can see that. So many people.
Looks kinda empty to me.
It's not really our peak hours.
What's up with you handing out pamphlets at funerals then? Trying to reel people in at a weak moment?
I'm going to assume you meant no disrespect, child. I'm simply providing divine guidance when it's needed the most.
Right. Sorry
Father,
about that.
do you know anything about this flower?
No, my child. Nothing at all.
What about that
I
one?
could, but I think I have more to... I'll keep it to myself for now. Until...
Okay. What about them?
Do you recognize the men in this picture, Isaac?
Only your grandfather, and that's just because I was given a similar picture for the service the other day.
What about
Do
the
you
key?
know what this key opens?
I'm afraid not, my child.
Well, okay. I think that's it from you.
That's all I need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
Thanks.
It's an altar. You know, the place where they put the sacrificed goats, kids, and other crap.
Can I go back there?
Locked.
What about here?
Locked.
Damn. Okay, well, I'm gonna check up these Bibles real quick.
I really shouldn't. They might.
Look at them.
A bunch of red Bibles stacked in
Okay, glass
an impressive window. There's no doubt about it. Those are the smoky lights.
Yeah. Okay, so, didn't make too much progress, I don't think, but, I am unfortunately a little bit over time for this episode, so I'm gonna end it here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!